Artificial intelligence is becoming an increasingly important part of our daily lives, assisting us with everything from customer service to personal assistance. AI language models such as ChatGPT have become increasingly sophisticated and capable of answering a wide range of questions as technology has advanced. However, there are certain things that humans should never say or ask ChatGPT. So in this video, we'll look at the top 10 things to avoid when interacting with ChatGPT. We'll look at why these requests are inappropriate, unethical, or even illegal, as well as the consequences of making them. So, let's dive straight into the first thing you should never ask ChatGPT, and that is personal information. Any data that can be used to identify or locate an individual, such as a person's name, address, date of birth, social security number, phone number, email address, or any other sensitive information, is considered personal information. While ChatGPT is a highly intelligent and sophisticated AI model, keep in mind that it is not a real person and cannot handle sensitive personal information. As a user of ChatGPT, it's important to understand that you should never ask ChatGPT for your own personal information, such as your social security number, bank account details, or any other sensitive data. You should also avoid asking ChatGPT for other people's personal information. Sharing personal information with an AI language model is not only inappropriate and potentially dangerous, but it can also very well put you at risk of identity theft, fraud, or other forms of cybercrime. That is why it is critical to safeguard your personal information at all times, to exercise caution when posing questions to ChatGPT. Next on the list of things you shouldn't ask ChatGPT is offensive or inappropriate content. Even though ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence language model created to respond to a wide variety of questions with helpful and informative responses, keep in mind that ChatGPT has been trained to adhere to a set of ethical guidelines, so it can give you responses that are in any way hurtful, inappropriate, or biased. You should exercise caution in both the questions and language you ask and use in ChatGPT. Requesting illegal or otherwise inappropriate content on ChatGPT is not only unethical but also potentially harmful and hurtful to other users. Due to the wide audience that can use ChatGPT, including young people, the community must be kept child-friendly and respectful at all times. You should never ask ChatGPT about topics like hate speech, profanity, sexual content, or discriminatory language. To reiterate, ChatGPT is meant to provide useful information and is not intended to incite any sort of harmful or inappropriate behavior. If you find any content on ChatGPT that you find offensive, please report it to the site administrators or authorities immediately. This will help maintain ChatGPT as a welcoming space where everyone is treated with dignity and respect. The third title of our list of things you should never ask ChatGPT is illegal activities. It is essential to keep in mind that engaging in illegal activities is never tolerated in the role of a responsible user of any online platform or service, and this is something that you should never forget. When it comes to utilizing AI language models such as ChatGPT or any other analogous technology, this is not affected in any way. It is essential to be aware that there are certain things that you should never ask ChatGPT or any other AI language model to assist you with, including engaging in activities that are considered illegal. Involving oneself in activities that are against the law can result in legal repercussions. Therefore, it is essential to use these tools responsibly and ethically. Hacking, piracy, illegal drug use, fraud, and other forms of criminal activity are all examples of what you should never ask ChatGPT or any other AI language model. It is essential to keep in mind that not only do these actions violate established ethical standards, but they also run the risk of triggering serious legal repercussions. Participating in illegal activities not only puts you at risk of legal repercussions, but it also puts you at risk of suffering personal injury or causing harm to other people. Before engaging in any activity that is against the law, it is essential to give some thought to the potential outcomes of your actions, as well as the effect they might have on other people. It is essential to keep in mind that artificial intelligence language models, such as ChatGPT, are instruments that are intended to be of assistance in the areas of education and information. You must use them responsibly and ethically because they are not meant to encourage or provide support for illegal activities, and they are not intended to do so. Now, following illegal activities comes medical advice. Only a trained medical expert who can tailor recommendations to your specific condition and health history should be consulted for medical advice. ChatGPT and other similar AI language models cannot provide such individualized medical attention, and their responses should not be relied upon for treatment decisions. Inaccurate or unreliable medical advice can have devastating effects on your health and well-being, so it's important to be cautious when seeking it out. Always seek the counsel of a licensed physician or another healthcare provider if you're dealing with a medical issue. They'll be in the best position to give you advice that's tailored to your specific condition and health history. Asking ChatGPT or any other AI language model for anything related to medication, symptoms, medical conditions, or treatment options is strictly forbidden. Keep in mind that these inquiries call for specific details that can only be provided by a trained medical expert. ChatGPT and other AI language models should not be used in place of a doctor's advice, so if you come across anyone doing so, please encourage them to see a real doctor. That way, they can get the care and treatment that's best suited to them as individuals. Now, the fifth title in our list is financial advice. Even though there are ways to ask the advice of ChatGPT in this matter, it should be avoided at all costs. As be aware that bad financial advice can harm your finances. After considering your needs and financial situation, a qualified financial advisor should help you make financial decisions. Investment, retirement, debt, and tax advice are examples. A qualified financial advisor should answer these complex questions based on your financial situation. Consult a qualified financial advisor for personalized and accurate financial advice. A financial advisor can help you plan for your financial goals, risk tolerance, and investment preferences. Beware of financial scams and fraud. Scammers use online platforms like ChatGPT to target unsuspecting people with fraudulent financial schemes, so be vigilant and consult a qualified financial advisor before making any financial decisions. Another thing that we advise you to not ask ChatGPT is future prediction. It's obviously out of the question if someone will ever believe future predictions from ChatGPT, but there are some that could be identified as psychopaths who really believe every word from AI softwares. So it's very important to remember that no one can predict the future with 100% accuracy. People frequently ask ChatGPT questions out of curiosity about a variety of topics, including stock prices, economic trends, natural disasters, and political events. It is essential to keep in mind that these forecasts are derived from the data and patterns that are currently available, and that they may not provide an accurate reflection of upcoming events. Instead of relying on predictions from ChatGPT or other sources, it is important to seek out a variety of reliable sources of information and to make your own decisions based on this information. It is also essential to keep in mind that there are certain occurrences over which we have no influence, and that there is nothing that can be done in terms of prediction or preparation that can fully safeguard us against these occurrences. It is critical to maintaining composure and flexibility in the face of ambiguity, and you should put your own physical and mental health and well-being ahead of everything else. And obviously, requesting personal opinions is also one of the things you should never do. Wondering why? ChatGPT is not human, so it is unable to form its own opinions based on its own experiences or convictions in the same way that humans can. Because of this, it's not a good idea to put too much stock in the information that users of ChatGPT provide in response to a poll asking them about their thoughts and feelings. Putting too much stock into subjective evaluations provided by a machine learning language model is not only unwise, but also potentially counterproductive. Opinions are inherently subjective and can be swayed by a wide variety of factors, such as the beliefs, experiences, and biases of the individual forming the opinion. If you try to get an opinion of an AI language model, you might end up feeling disoriented and uncertain, and it might not provide you with the answers you require. Next on our list is also obvious: malicious intent. Requests made to cause harm to other people or to trick them are examples of malicious intent. By creating fake accounts, stealing personal information, or engaging in any other kind of activity that is illegal or harmful is considered malicious intent. Not only does engaging in such behavior violate established ethical guidelines, but it also puts you at risk of some serious legal consequences. Following malicious intents comes requesting ChatGPT to violate any other user's privacy. Additionally, requests that collect or share personal information about a user without that user's consent are examples of requests that violate user privacy. For instance, asking to read one's personal messages, emails, or social media accounts. These actions are not only unethical, but also potentially illegal. And the last on our list is never asking questions that violate ethical norms. Questions that violate ethical norms refer to any questions that are intended to promote or support harmful or unethical behavior. Inquiries about illegal drug use, sexual exploitation, or other forms of criminal activity, for example. These questions are not only unethical, but they can also be harmful and hurtful to others, while also being illegal. And that concludes our video on the 10 things you should never ask ChatGPT. So to sum up, please refrain from asking for personal information, offensive or inappropriate content, information on illegal activities, medical or personalized financial advice, predictions, personal opinions, or requests that may violate user privacy, ethical norms, or data protection laws. In addition to being against ChatGPT's terms and conditions, asking for such things could be harmful to both individuals and groups. It is the pinnacle of our technological advancement as a species, and it is first and foremost a tool, and whether it's essentially good or bad depends on how we use it. So please use ChatGPT responsibly and be careful what you ask for. We appreciate your time and hope to see you in our upcoming videos.